How you doing, Joe? 200 is the week of September 18th, and so you guys did a great job on CT1. Most of you guys figured it out. The data bank that we work with is amazing, and we just scratched the surface. I hope you guys are able to navigate the website a little bit and hunt around just for fun to see what's out there. Do remember it's out there because you may be able to use it later on in both your academic and professional careers. So it's a great resource, and there are a lot of resources like that out there, and it's just important to expose you guys to data because that's where the world is headed. Okay, so we've tapped into a little bit of biology and the theories of aging, and now we're getting into some really kind of gut level biology. We're gonna look at 3 diseases that most affect the human populations and most affect us, all of us. It's cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. So the focus of this week's instructional module, the course in readings, is cancer. Okay, so we come in here to the September 18th module, and what you do then is you again click on this website right over here. Okay, and it takes you then to these hot buttons. It will give us some ideas of the summary statistics, and that's what this is all about. Okay, so you can click on here and find answers to questions and just your own interest. Okay, gender differences over time, and individual cancers, ones that are decreasing, ones that are increasing. Again, this is pretty personalized. You remember that 1 out of every 2 males will get cancer in their lifetime. 1 of every 3 women will get cancer in their lifetime, and this is why we have so many friends and so many family members afflicted by this really scary and horrible disease. Okay, you then go back over here and you click on this right here, the cancer.gov. And before I get down there, I want to show you. So, as indicated, these topics will change. This is kind of newsworthy items that are always changing and scrolling through. But you get down here for your information that's relevant to the quiz and the midterm. And we click on here. It says, "What is cancer?" And it goes into the biology, and this is the biology module of this class. Okay, so and you can read through it. Okay, about what makes up a cancer cell, how it arises. I think these are a couple of questions in the quiz and the exam are about this. The drivers of cancer. One are cancer growth genes. These are called oncogenes or proto-oncogenes before they become cancerous. And these are all about making more cells. And then we have another class of cells that you see right here, tumor suppressor genes and DNA repair genes. These normally are surveying our cells, getting rid of the bad guys. Okay, if you need DNA repair, you repair as much as you can. If there's too much damage, mutation, then there's a mechanism that we have for eliminating those cells, killing them off. And when those genes get mutated, then this arises and you get cancer in that direction. So there's kind of 2 different directions. Okay. Okay, and it talks about metastasis right there, and then we get into the different kinds. Carcinoma being the most common. These are the epithelial cells, the breast cancer, prostate cancer, lung cancer, things like that. Okay, sarcoma is more rare, but a really aggressive form, and then these are the blood cancers right here, which are mostly your white blood cells, your immune system cells. Leukemia and lymphoma, they're differential in terms of how they're diagnosed. And this is what my wife, Julia, is suffering from right now. Okay, we're in the midst of a clinical trial. Really tough times down at UC San Diego Moores Cancer Institute. Okay, and like I said, I'm going to go here to the PowerPoint. This is a fairly personal item. You know what I mean? We've been together a long time, and this will tap right in to the discussion period. So this is from us, before we got married. We married 30 years, okay? And if we go back to the actual class, okay, I'm going to get out of the website here, and we get into our discussion participation. And it's purposeful that we're talking about death and dying because many people do die from cancer. There's a whole mortality rate that is shown in the website. And you go through this phases of grief. Not only when somebody dies, but when somebody is threatened, So we were in major DABDA when Julia got diagnosed with lymphoma and leukemia years ago. And and we still are. You know, it's really, really scary because it's a moving target. And you can also go through this whole DABDA thing for other forms of loss. You lose a job, okay? You get an F on an exam, okay? DABDA creeps in. You have a breakup with your boyfriend or girlfriend. It's about the emotional and psychological methods that we deal with these changes in life. So you do what you want with this. I know this is fairly personal. Some people are not comfortable with talking about death, and that's okay. It's a whole field, subfield in the field of gerontology. People specialize in hospice care, palliative care, and death and dying. So just to let you know that that's out there. All right, you click on, when you get done with this, you go back and you do your quizzes in the other section. Okay, like I said, fairly personal when you look at what Julia has had to go through. This was last year. This is at the waiting room at the Morris Cancer Institute, and this is one of her many infusion sessions, 6 months of infusion to fight the leukemia that she has. I'm going to send you also a link from a speech that President Obama made about the consequence of cancer, mentioning Julia, and that is the financial consequence. Her care this year, 1 year, the bill was $280,000 1 year. Okay, and if we did not have a good health care coverage, and if the Affordable Care Act had not been in place, it would have bankrupted our family. So that's the reality of that. Okay, the annual limit for the care that we had from USC before the Affordable Care Act was $100,000 per person. So we would have exceeded that by $180,000 in the care that she received in just 1 year. So yeah, these are very, very real issues. Okay. All right. What is it else that I want to talk to you about? Okay. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to find this. Okay. So this is what you will receive in your Gmail. Okay. So this is a Turnitin digital receipt, email confirmation. You need to look for this when you do turn it in. We do not accept screenshots of your last edit in your Word file. Okay, that just doesn't work. Okay, because it can be modified and people cheat doing that. So that doesn't work. The other thing that you will see is right here. Okay, and we're going to go down here. Oh, sorry, we're going to go back up. Okay, so yeah, so this is the email confirmation, and then down here, this is the turn it in inside the class confirmation that you will get. Now we have purposely blocked out the person's name and their submission, but you will get something like this. So you should get this and you should get this, okay? And you need to look for those, okay? So I'm going to send copy of these in my report to you as well. Okay. All right. So that is it, guys. And I know this is a tough personal section, learning about cancer and then talking about grief. But I know you guys are strong and I know you can do it. So we'll see you next time.